Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to retake Faceit on Mirage as a CT in CS2. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. By the way, we are doing free giveaways every month. In these giveaways, you can win various CS2 skins and free CS2 course access passes created by a Faceit level 10 coach who has experience in high tier CS2 teams. To sign up, simply visit the CS2 polls giveaway page and follow the instructions. Link is in the description. Also, make sure to comment down in the comments below on what you want us to do next, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. So let's begin by talking about the smokes. Ideally, in a retake scenario, you need to smoke at least these three positions. You need to smoke default, then you need to smoke the cross from default towards car, and you need to smoke apps. To smoke default and to smoke the cross, you can throw it from the same position. You need to stand on top of this box in short, and you need one of your teammates to drop you a smoke after you smoke, or before he needs to throw it underneath this pillar, because if he throws it on top of here, the smoke might fall off in towards under. That's why I just suggest for him to wait until you throw the smokes. To throw the first lineup, you just aim above this area and just simply left click throw.
Throwing smoke.
This smoke lands ideally into truck and smokes off the cross, so the player doesn't need to be paranoid about anyone standing in that position with an AWP or an AK. To do the next smoke, you stand in the same position and then you look at the sun and then you aim in the middle of it and go slightly down until you reach around this area, and then you also left click throw.
Smoke.
This smoke lands like so. It is a bit open, however it isn't a huge issue because T's won't definitely push out of the smoke, because if they do, they will become visible to you in several areas. That's why they wouldn't do it, because it's not effective, and even if they do, you can just simply catch them off guard. And if you also want to smoke the left side, you can also do that from the same position. You stand in the same area and then you look at this pillar sticking out of the wall on this building, and then you line the right corner up with the wire, and once you do, you just aim slightly lower around here and then you left click throw as well.
Smoke.
This smoke lands perfectly into this position, and same as the default smoke, it is also a bit open. However, this is a good thing in my opinion, because then the CTs can quickly jump out and they won't be paranoid about anyone holding them from bench, because they can't really see the angle that well. That's why it's a very good cover for that. And if you want to smoke apps, you can also do it by positioning yourself in the right side of this corner in CT. Just position yourself like so, and then look in this position where the wooden pillar is sticking out of the red building, and then you look exactly more to the left around here. As you look here, you can just simply aim in the position and prepare for a jump throw while you're running, and as you run, you need to throw the smoke when this wall covers the building fully, so it looks something like this.
Throwing smoke.
This smoke lands fully into apps and it covers the entire position. T's can't really see anything from the apps, and if they start shooting to the gray gaps, then you can easily spot them and shoot them and then quickly catch them off guard. With these smokes, you have an ideal retake towards Faceit. Now let's talk about the positioning. The positioning is very simple. The best position to retake A side from is definitely market because of its diversity. You have a window peek and you have the door peek from the left side. That's why you can split your teammates up who are going towards market into two positions. One of them can be going towards window, and if they are going towards window, they need to focus towards apps, focus towards car, this side of default, and bench. While the player who's going door needs to focus on this long angle, the top of truck. He also needs to focus about the entries if T's can peek from bench, or the back side of default, and he also needs to focus to the right side of the default as well, and also focus on the right side close to E-box. He also quickly needs to check this left corner just in case, so no T is camping behind here and trying to catch him off guard. Ideally, in this position, 2 or 3 CTs are gonna have to go in this scenario for a retake, because once you go here, you have a very good execute. You and your teammates can just stay positioned like so. One of you can be holding the long range, while the other one can be standing close, quickly clearing these micro corners that I showed previously. Or you can split up while one of you is holding window. He needs to focus on it and then hold several other positions as I showed previously, and the other teammate needs to hold the other positions. Going short is also crucial because you definitely need at least one player to go here just in case, so you have a lot of control and wrap around the site easily. To do that, you just simply hold these positions. You need to check this corner on apps quickly, then the left side where the platform is of apps, then you need to focus towards default's bench, the left corner like so if your teammates from CT didn't peek out yet, and most importantly, you are the player who is gonna check Edward. If you want a very good flash to pop out into the side, you can jump up this corner and then throw it against this wall anywhere around it. I just prefer aiming slightly above it and just throwing it like so. This flash is very good. Most importantly, why it's very good is because it blinds off the players who are playing in Edward fully. If you aim around here and just simply throw it above, then it definitely will blind any player who is standing in Edward like so. This flash also blinds Ts who are standing in between window and doors in market, and it also blinds players who are standing in car or on top of it, or standing on platform or holding apps like so. It can even blind players from apps who are holding market. That's why if you want a really good entry flash, I suggest using this one. If you have one lurker, it's also very good because then he can wrap around quickly and make sure that this guy is the last one to go into contact, because ideally the first players who should have the contact are the CT players and the short players. After the contact, the CT can quickly shift across the map and he needs to quickly clear this corner because Ts might be camping in it. However, since it's a very tight angle, I suggest just not shooting and ignoring it and quickly clearing this corner. Then once you move more to the left, then you can position yourself here and clear this corner. You can also assist your teammates if someone is camping in E-box or someone is standing in default, and make sure as you shift you go through the right side because you're going to be focusing on the windows and this exit on platform, and then if you don't focus towards car, then someone can stay crouched and quickly uncrouch and peek you. That's why I really suggest going through the right side of corner so this door is covering you so no one can peek you from car. It's also very ideal if you have some mollies. If you want, you can molly off bench really quickly, just throwing it against this wall like so. Then you can back off quickly and you have a very good molly towards here. As a short player, you can quickly molly car as well, like so, to cut off the positions if anyone is standing in car, and then they have to position themselves in this position where it's a very open position, as CTs can just quickly peek out and catch them off guard like so. And of course, instead you can also use nades in this position. Same goes towards bench, because then you can just quickly and easily take the position like so and deal a lot of damage. If you have a nade and you have the smokes that I showed previously, you can also throw a less deeper nade just to nade default if anyone is standing there, which is most likely because there are a lot of positions that Ts can stand in a retake scenario. For example, they can just be standing right here, or they can be standing behind this firebox on default, or they can even be standing in this position like so. If the apps player wants a quick and easy splash to open up the site, he can position himself in the right side close to this platform against this plant, and then look at the edge of the frame of this door and then aim at the left corner of it and just simply aim in the middle between the doors and just simply throw the flash. This is a very good pop out flash for anyone who is standing in this position, or they can also be standing in Edward or other positions like so if they're holding towards short. This is a very good pop out flash, so you can definitely use it as an apps player. As an apps player, I also recommend using a molly if you have one. If you want, you can rather molly car just to cut off any unnecessary peeks, or instead you can molly backside. If no one is mollying it, you can just throw it by standing on the right side when you have a large gap in between the window. You aim at this gap, look in the middle of it around, you can aim at this bush if you want, and then you just simply have to move slightly forward and then left click throw. This molly is off bench quickly, and then you have more positioning as well. You can also switch it up. If you want a molly, you can molly car and then you can nade bench at the same time. Or instead, if you want to nade default, you can also do that by aiming in between these bars, standing in the same position and looking at this wooden thing and aiming exactly on it, and then just left click throw.
Throwing a grenade.
And as an apps player, make sure to quickly clear the right corner because this is a very crucial corner that Ts love to camp in, and then you can focus more towards site. Just make sure you're not too open oftenly through this position in Edward, because through this window Ts can definitely shoot you easily, so make sure as you run out to get this cover so no one can spot you from here. Thank you everyone for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. This was how to retake B-side on Mirage as a CT in CS2. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment down in the comments below on what you want us to do next. and I'll see you in the next video.